got too many phones. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and you probably weren't expecting to hear from me tonight because you didn't turn on notifications for this channel, little bell icon. I'm doing TLDR again, the Lockergnome Daily Report, as I'm prone to do just about every weekday, so long as you show up. Thank you for showing up, including subs and patrons behind me. I do appreciate your support. You can either sub to me on Twitch by heading over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo, or you can head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. Either way, you'll get access to the Discord chat room, and I really do appreciate the support more than you'll ever know. I also appreciate the fact that we now have that's all, folks. We have at least 22 people who have supported the Palooza project. The idea that you could effectively crowdfund the devices that you'd like me to talk about. When I uploaded that video in the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo, yesterday, people didn't read past the headline. Because it was like, what device do you want me to review, was the title. But of course, the whole video was about, hey, help me get the devices that you want me to get to review for you. But nobody listened to the video. They just responded, like, get this, get that. I'm like, do you not really listen to videos before you reply? Honestly, truthful, are you one of them? Fine. I definitely appreciate the 22 people who've backed that project. I'm very well on the way to at least covering part of one of the pixels that may be arriving this week. Welcome to Pixel Week here in the Pirillo experience. I can't wait. Counting down the minutes, if not seconds and hours. I kind of have a light headache, though. I'm concerned about that. Yesterday was a very long day. I, of course, did Galax-r. It was an amazing event, one of the better events I've ever had the pleasure of co-producing. And there's a shot of the 70-some-odd vendors that we had, we hosted. I'd like to do it again. I'd love to do it year-round. I'd love to ramp up to do Galax-r every month. But we've got to find a different place. That's the thing. I'm not very happy with where it's at. But the event itself, the ethos, amazing. We even bought pizza for the vendors. That's like unheard of. We bought pizza for like 70 vendors. And one of them asked, because Diana went around saying, hey, we got you pizza. One of them asked, well, how much is it? And she's like, it's free. Like, why would we charge a vendor for feeding them? Well, that's what other events do. That's not what I do. That's not the Chris Pirillo way. I believe in kind of sharing the love. So thank you for sharing your love. Oh, speaking of sharing love, we have our first super chat of the evening from Andrew Epperson. Boy, that's a name that sounds vaguely familiar. Hi, Chris. Do you think it's necessary to upgrade from my Pixel to the new Pixel 2, or could I wait a year? I don't know. And I don't know because I don't have a Pixel 2 yet. Hopefully we'll have some soon, and I say some because I'm getting the XL and the regular Pixel 2. So Pixel 2 XL and the Pixel 2. I don't have a Pixel 1 or the first gen Pixel. I still want to get a hold of one. I genuinely do. Maybe that's possible, in a future crowdfunding effort. GoFundMe.com/PixelPalooza. The link's in the video description. That's where I'm currently redirecting people. Although we should probably just make it a short link, like go.tagjag.com/fund devices or device fund. There we go. That works. Go.tagjag.com/device fund will redirect to the latest crowdfunding effort that you could potentially support. So I can't tell you for sure. I don't have a first gen Pixel. I have a Nexus 6P, and I think it's okay. I don't know if I'd recommend that over a Pixel 2. The thing that would drive me possibly to recommending a Pixel first gen over second gen is specifically the stance that Google is taking with grandfathering in the unlimited photo and video backup. It's basically for the lifetime of the Pixel first gen device. Not so for the Pixel second gen device. They've throttled it back to like 3 years, which to me is fine because I have a feeling every year they'll just add another year for that current gen device. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. CHIL95, Rebel Season 4 thoughts. It was amazing. It was the best way to start the day. Started this Monday watching the 2 episodes back to back. The first episode flew. Like, I watched that and I'm like, that was it? There's no way that was a full episode. It was amazing. In fact, the Season 4 opener is the best way to start watching Star Wars Rebels. That's my opinion. You have to watch it, and then you got to go back and watch Season 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I was so happy with it. I was so happy. Very, very excited for that. So, back to this. Sorry, I didn't want to miss those questions here in Discord chat. But in terms of, is it worth waiting for? I don't know. I don't have a first-gen Pixel, so I can't tell you if it's worth waiting for, even after I've had a second-gen Pixel. I think, honestly, it could be worth waiting for. Could. Certain components are good enough. I would be just as fine with Diana using a Pixel for the aforementioned issue of photo storage being a shortcoming for her. So if I have no problem recommending a device for my wife to use, I would have no problem recommending that you continue to use it. It does depend on what you want out of a device. There's nothing wrong with the first-gen Pixel. People who used it loved it, which is something that really kind of upset me because I never got one. Cosmo or Ciso 96 asks, when will you go check out the iPhone 10 in store? I don't know. I thought about it. Is it in the store? Maybe I should go check it out. I did say that if we do back the GoFundMe for the Pixels, and then you'll get your name in the video description or the video outright. I did say that if I do reach the goal for the Pixel, this first crowdfunding project, then I'll basically then go and get the iPhone 10, or we'll start the project for the iPhone 10. So if you really want me to look at one, that's the way I'm going to get to review the iPhone 10. Anything short of that, there's no way it's going to happen. I may walk into a store, however. Oh, it's coming November 3rd, and try it. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll go that far. And then everyone will say, "Well, you can't get the full impression because they don't optimize those store builds." Really? Because I never had issues with it before, up until recently. That's for sure. Windang comes in with a super chat. Thank you. And I'm sorry if I ever mispronounced your name. This is a very American way of saying it. My American is a little off. But thank you, Win. The video I uploaded in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel tonight. Did you see how quickly we got that go.tagjag.com/device fund together? Liz, miracle worker, right there. Bravo. Everybody stand up. Stand up right where, I don't care if you're on the bus. Stand up right now. Round of applause for Liz there. Truthfully, the video I posted to the other channel was recorded tonight on an LG V30, the one that I had to test. And I know it takes amazing video, but here's the thing. You have to be outdoors in good light and in manual mode, apparently. But I was here shooting this video indoors, indoor light, in specifically auto settings. And what have I said about that camera having kind of this green hue, yellowy, almost brownish? That's exactly what I turned out looking like. This is not the LG V30 camera. You got to watch the video on the other channel. It was just a bad setup. I don't think it's the camera. I think it's just, I don't think it's my camera. I think it's just indicative of the camera that they chose. The front-facing camera is not great. And I've seen amazing shots taken with the video camera, so I'm sure it is capable. But the thing is, when you watch these device reviews, man, you don't just want to see where they shine. You want to see where they fail. You want to see what they do well, but you also got to know what they don't do well. And I think that, it's not that I set out to do that intentionally. I basically knew that the front camera was garbage for video, so I was like, okay, the rear camera's got to be awesome. It was not. I have proof. I linked to, I uploaded a photo of the screenshot showing people that I uploaded it in the original settings and everything. So I know it wasn't me. Runrig Fan asks, "Hi, Chris. Sorry, I'm trying to relieve my headache." Oh, I learned to do this. If you're trying to relieve a headache, you're supposed to squeeze your hand here or something like that. Ow. What do you feel? I really want to get through this video because I wanted to have a beer tonight. It was such a long day yesterday. It was a good. I feel it was a good event. It could have been better, I know, but I feel it was a good event. Runring Fan asks, "Hi, Chris, what do you feel about the Huawei Mate 10? Thoughts on the phone, that it comes with Oreo? The other video was good. Is there a Patreon playlist on Patreon that I began to binge watch?" Not so much. The Patreon playlist is probably in your unique RSS feed. Once you pledge, you get TLDR as an audio podcast, and everybody else gets the video. They get to watch it as is. But that's really the only bonus that I'm doing right now, apart from giving you access to the chat room 24/7. That could change. Squeeze your hand and rotate it counterclockwise. It'll only go so far. Hang on. Is that Jedi or Wicket? Hun? Is that Wicket? Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't Jedi barking like that. I'd be a little concerned. I don't know. That didn't really work. It didn't really work. Ryan Pestricella asks, "Hey, Chris, I've had the LG V10 and currently have the V20. Do you think it would be a good idea to upgrade to the V30? I don't know. I didn't really spend a lot of time with the V10 or the V20. The V30's okay. It's janky. I'm not really thrilled with the camera. I'm sure other people are when you deal with manual settings. But this... I'll pass. That's just my feeling. I know, everybody. Yeah, don't ask me about sports because I don't understand it. I don't care. You can ask me about coffee alternatives. I'm trying, this is called a dark roast dandelion Ticino. It tastes like coffee. Like coffee. Like black coffee. Watered down because it's a little diluted, but it's pretty good. For a coffee alternative in terms of taste, this nails it. It's not amazing. Oh yeah, is that the thumbnail? Great, that's the thumbnail. You can ask me about Quidditch, but I've watched the movies for Harry Potter, and that I'm good to go. So here's the thing. Give me a second. I'm gonna. Oh man. Okay. Never mind. The slop went away. I was gonna show you some slop on my iPad. It's not there anymore. So thank you again for tuning in. I realize that this broadcast is a little later than I normally do it, but I wanted to try to get something out today in this channel to let you know I was still here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be recording the podcast. It kind of depends on where my head's at, literally. Like if it's hurting, because if it's really hurting, then I can't have a beer. And speaking of beer, thank you, Chai L95. We are simpatico here. Any porter recommendations? So, my go-to, honestly, is I drink stouts. I'm a fan of Russian Imperial stouts or just Imperial stouts in general. I'm not a fan of bourbon-aged stouts, any kind of whiskey infusion. Not a fan at all. I will get sick. I'm a fan of Elysian's Dragon's Tooth Stout. I'm a fan of Pike's, what is it, Quintuple X? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quintuple, right? 5X stout, extra stout. That's a good one. Those are like my top 3 easily. And I've tried so many over the years. I'm not a fan of the milkier stouts. Porters, the nice thing is you can mix porter with a porter, and a stout, of course, is a double porter. You can mix a porter with a variety of things, like chocolate or like coffee or mocha, and it adopts the flavor, and it's usually a nice finish. But I like the sharper hit of an Imperial Stout, not so much the milky stouts. That's me personally. Bob Santianello comes in with a super chat saying, do you think there's anything Microsoft can do to make a splash in the mobile market again, or is the death of Windows Phone the end of their story? So, I've said this a few times now, and I think that was really the crux of the positioning of Microsoft in this post-Windows Phone era. The best thing they can do is effectively invade Android and own Android from the outside in, much like the way Amazon did it. But I think if Microsoft does it in a better way, I think they'd have a winner. Why maintain the core of the Android code base when you can just fork it and build from there? I think that's exactly what they should do. They've got a head start, and that's a part of their story. Granted, is it Microsoft period? No, it's Microsoft on Google's platform. But look at what Amazon did with it. Some people like what Amazon did with it. I'm not so sure I like the way Amazon did things. But if Microsoft does something similar, makes a fantastic experience, they can sell phones. They can sell Windows phones. And no one looks at a Kindle Fire and says, "Oh, that's Android." Most people don't. They just use it, right? So I don't think that it's really too much of a deal. The only thing that would stop Microsoft from doing it is if they wanted to own the platform outright. And I just think that they could do it better. They could sell more, sell more services, possibly even do this. I'd say figure out the total cost of ownership and costs and everything, but say give the phone at a discount if you sign up for a year's subscription of Office 365 or something crazy like that. I mean, Microsoft, they wouldn't be counted out. I mean, granted, if Android's that code base, then Android's the code base, right? I think that's the best thing they could possibly do at this stage. I think I have said that before, but it's really the way to stay relevant. Do I like Murphy's? No, I don't know if I've tried it. Decon mousetraps? Wow. That's disgusting. Well, if you talk about animals on YouTube, you never know what kind of ads you're going to get. But I don't watch ads on YouTube. I don't know if you knew this. I'm a YouTube Red subscriber. I'm a big believer in supporting my favorite creators in every way that I possibly can. Discord scroll. Oh, it got hit again. Why did it do that? When am I getting my new glasses? Tomorrow, maybe. I just got a call. Like, they closed, and then they called me. Like, you had the glasses. You closed, and then you called me? So, what, you didn't want to see me today? What's going on? Could have had them today. In fact, here's the thing. I'm going to get them, and I'm going to do my best not to point them out to you. And if you can't tell the difference, my eyes may still be adjusting. In fact, last night when I went to bed, my eye hurt so bad. It felt like something was in it. And I was tired, and I think that was part of it. It was just a long day. But it really hurt. It was like a sharp pain. I'm fine now. I woke up, and it was a little painful. But I think what it must have been is like a scratch or something like that. Better comparison would be what Blackberry did. Make their own launcher and apps on top of mostly stock Android. No need for a full fork. Yeah, no, I would agree. I'm giving the example of what Amazon did. I think Blackberry is further behind than it needs to be, because that's the thing, is there's really no differentiation between a Blackberry device and any old Android device. And I think that's what Microsoft has to do differently. Much like the Kindle Fire is very much within Amazon's ecosystem. Like, that's it. And that's why I would suggest that Microsoft do something like that. That's really, I think, the best bet for Microsoft, to make it a truly branded Microsoft experience. That's effectively the only way to do it, and I think they could do an amazing job. Microsoft's got solid software on iOS, Android. macOS is certainly getting there. In fact, today they announced that, I guess, Outlook is getting an update in terms of how it looks on the macOS desktop as well as Windows desktop to match its iOS counterpart, which was acquired. That code base was acquired, and I never. The Microsoft Outlook interface on iOS is, I didn't like it. Ugh. Shaq Corden says, really didn't ask a question, does a super chat, thank you, says that LG V30 video looks like hot garbage. That's pretty much what I said. And it's not that I did anything. I mean, you can look at the comment on the video, I'm like, I pressed the button. I literally did this. Hang on, let me unlock it. There's the video. The video is literally on the device right now. I can zoom in and show you. This is the video on device before I uploaded it. It's just as muddy on the device. Look at my facial hair. Like, there's no definition to it. This is, and I'll go in, I'll show you. I didn't tweak anything. This is not like biased. Chris is making things look bad on purpose. You know, this is just the way it is. Hang on. Give me a second. Where should I? Oh, camera. I can just go back to the home screen then. Duh. You see, here's the thing. This is the problem. I told you about this problem. Well, it's not warning me about the finger. Hang on. You got to hold it weird if you're holding it this way. When you go over to the camera, it just starts recording right away. So that just annoys me right up front. But even now, when I look here, the browns in this, the rich cherry stained particle board look like yellow. Even up close, like yellowy brown. Like the iMac is yellow. And so, like, even when I tap to, like, hold and focus and expose and all that stuff, and see it says H right over there, and then so you can take it off and you can put it back on. It's yellowy. And this is the problem I've seen with photos and now video. But indoors, in this light, and see, when I point it over here, it's fine. And then HDR mode may kick in. Oh, don't move it, because that's a massive jelly effect. But yeah, I mean, I didn't shoot in widescreen because I was like, I didn't want anybody saying, oh, it's because it's in widescreen. Because, you know, inevitably, no matter how I shoot something, and it's still recording video, no matter how I shoot something or do something, inevitably I get accused of doing something I didn't do. Santiago Hinosa asks a super chat question. Best and worst thing about living in Seattle? Best thing, the rain. And the culture. I like the culture. I really do. Worst thing, the threat of forest fires, especially in summer. It's getting bad with global warming. That's a thing. So that is kind of scary. I mean, there are wildfires everywhere these days. But yeah, it kind of it does frighten me. It does. It does make me nervous. I suggest you take a look. I'm reading about the Blackberry thing here. You know, I'm sure it's much smoother than Amazon's full fork. No doubt about that. Amazon's never really paid attention to performance with their platform. If I have an opportunity to look at the Blackberry device, I will. Should it be one of the things that we throw into the next crowdfunding thing? I don't know if that many people want me to look at the Blackberry. I'm still working on getting a Note 8. I have it on good authority that it may happen sooner rather than later. Definitely looking at the Pixel. Probably never looking at an iPhone 10. I got to be very careful about saying never. Never say never. Ryan Pestricella asks, hey Chris, have you tried messing with settings for the video mode? Yeah, I even went into mode, and I made sure it was auto. I could easily have gone in and done manual, but if I would have done that, like, it would have been nasty. Because I can't control it. HDR was on, video resolution, UHD. Look, we got it all on UHD. Yeah, so it's UHD. I like cranked it all the way up. Yeah, I mean, everything is still there as I expected it to be. Didn't do Cine effects or anything. Did not do manual, because my fear of doing manual is that if I did manual, it'd be like overexposed or underexposed. Like, that's the thing, or it would come off with like a weird potential like skin to. Oh, actually, see, that looks clean, relatively clean, but a lot of the details are muddied out, even in low light. I don't know. It's bizarre. And as I turn it around, like, there's not a way to. Let's see here. Can I lock it on this one? Hang on. FHD, 60 frames per second right now. But no, I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Frame rate, not 60. I just think that camera app is so needlessly complex. Man. Nikoi Channel says, I've seen plenty of videos. Hell, I've seen watching them nonstop of hands-on. I was looking for stuff like frame drops. Didn't see a single one. Of what? Specifically. Charlie Michael comes in with a super chat. Thank you for that. You didn't have a question outright, but if you do have a question to ask, feel free to ask it. I do appreciate it. I currently believe that the white balance in this video is the way the white balance should be in this room, specifically for the temperature of the lights that I have in here. Although I will note, after shooting the LG V30 video, I went out and replaced that bulb. So this is new. I now have more light from this direction that I didn't have before. That light was the one that was blinking. That's been replaced. And more importantly, I need you to listen. You may not hear anything apart from the fan on this computer. That light needed to be replaced for a while, and it had like a buzzy sound to it. And I didn't know if it was the descender, the eyeball redirectional from the recessed lighting fixture, or the light itself. They're LEDs. They do run cool. But yeah, this is the way the white should be, outright. And of course, I lock the white exposure, or I do my best to do it when I shoot on the iPhone front-facing camera. All right, we've got another super chat, I believe. No. Oh, I thought I saw something. Maybe I didn't. Oh, 0 frame drops on iPhone 10 reported. Okay, cool. That's nice. Maybe they cracked the nut. Still couldn't get me over the hump of the notch. So, speaking of notch, I'm glad you brought up this topic. I missed this. Diana caught it. I have a 360-degree camera from the Essential. Okay, see, that's the problem when I use, like, multiple phones. I'm like, how do I unlock it? Where's the freaking thing? All right, so let's open the camera. And we'll do a quick 360 of Chris's office here. It's pretty cool. Maybe this should be the thumbnail here. So look, so you can swipe around. Look at that. You can see over there. And then you can see you. Look at me. I can zoom in. And there you are. And there's some junk on the desk. There's me. Hey, what's going on? What's up? There's a slight delay. You can see that. It's a slight delay. But yeah, I need to figure out where I'm going to record this video. I've thought about going live on... Look at my head is like really large in there. I look like an egghead. But the thing about this is I got to figure out where I'm going to record it. Look, you see up there. It's pretty cool. I should do an office tour in 360, huh? I need to clean it up first. It's not like super high resolution that I know of, but it's, I mean, like when you zoom in, the details are really fuzzy. But, I thought about going to the park with Jedi and recording a video or just live streaming it. I don't know if I can live stream 360 on YouTube, though. I don't want to do it on Facebook. What's interesting is the red on this box doesn't really look red. It looks like more orange like my shirt. And my shirt is definitely orange. If it looks red, it is orange. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks orange. It's very difficult for me to get an accurate reading of the color temperature when I'm looking at like 13 different screens. or even knowing the white balance. Oh, sorry, missed that screenshot. Saw a potential move to Android. Do it. I don't know the rest of the question, but that sounds like the right answer, does it not? Sounds. Is it a good answer? Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Survey says. I really don't know what the full question was. I hesitate to scroll up though because I ruined this before. Oh, Shari, my question was above. I'm sorry, Charlie. Not to do that to you if you ever had that done to you. Was wondering what your concerns about privacy are with the potential move to Android. You know, okay, so here's. Thank you, Liz, for posting again. I guess my fears were confirmed when OnePlus did what they did. That was less a Google issue and more a OnePlus issue. They've, as I mentioned last week, they've backtracked a bit. It's not as big of an issue as it could be. They could probably do more. If they do more and clear up that, you know, that issue, I would potentially be interested in looking at one of the newer OnePlus models, if only because people talk about the performance all the time. So if that happens, you know, it's a pretty big deal. Oh, please be true. See, you know, with the frame rate, yeah, I don't know. Even with the fantastic frame rate, I just could not get past the notch. I just can't. That's a UX issue. I mean, even if I had smooth frame rate, dude, if I got a smooth frame rate on a phone that doesn't have a notch, which one do you think I'll go with? Yeah, I'm tired of iOS, and then you got the iOS slop and all that stuff. Someone mentioned in chat that the 3D touch on iOS 11.1 beta 3 is gone. The lag is gone. Let's see here. I haven't done it yet. Nope, still there. Don't know what the hell you're talking about. Nope, still there. Whoever said that, I don't know what you're smoking, but I hope it's legal in whatever state or country you're in, because that is not true. This is what I'm saying. You just can't believe someone on the internet. It just doesn't happen. The only way you would know whether or not something was skipping frames is seeing it for yourself. Because I've been told for years, oh, it's smooth as silk, it's buttery, it's awesome, it's clean, it's clean. And then I see it and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, do we live on the same planet? My eyes don't deceive me, that's for sure. KamiCat86 asks in Discord chat, what is an AR experience you'd like to see? I like the Star Wars stuff. I'd like to see more. I got the Stormtrooper stand-up for the AR stand-up. Let me show you. I took a picture of Slav, the Galax-r co-producer, and I took a picture before the event showing him exactly what it was. Let me do this. Find it. Sorry, I'm getting rid of photos that I know I don't need. Dang, we took a lot of pictures at Galax-r. Where is it? Did I not? I deleted it? Really? I didn't think I deleted it. All right, hang on, give me a second. I know where else I can find it here. You got to see it, because this will explain what you can do with these little little signs. But I got this from Petco, effectively. And so... I really got to stop picking up devices. Is it too early to have a beer? So there's Slav. He's standing next to the basically the cardboard. And if you find the cardboard and use the app right now with the enabled experience, you get like a 3D object next to you. So Slav's got a Stormtrooper next to him. So it was really cool. He's like, what? That's pretty cool. I'm like, I know. I like AR a lot. What I knocked over there, potentially a couple BB-8s, my desktop tripod. I was using this one up until today, and it's a little low profile for me. So I found one downstairs. I didn't realize when I was looking for microphones the other day for Galax-r, because I needed to effectively bring my own amp because the community center's built-in microphone system was broke. So luckily I had a guitar amp from back in the day when I bought my theremin. Like I bought an analog, or I think it's an analog theremin. Maybe it's a digital, like a classic theremin, right? Not a full-on electronic. It's got an antenna and everything. And I needed an amplifier to plug it into, so I bought a guitar amp. Never had a guitar. So this is the phone that I use to record the normal videos on. And so I just keep it on a small tripod. And it's not as a low profile. So I'll likely situate myself with this and balance it out and get everything happy and hunky-dory. Won't be perfect every time, but it'll work. So this is the little tripod that just knocked over there. Didn't mean to. Now I'll set that back. I need to clean my desk. You probably missed some of the some of the mess in the 360 degrees in the video. But man, it's so you're giving me the beer emoji. I guess that's kind of a thumbs up. TLDR juice, like the old unboxing juice. Corey remembers. Beer o'clock. I always say it's Miller time. Like it was an old commercial jingle. But I am drinking the faux coffee. It's not bad. I mean, it's not coffee at all. It's not caffeinated at all. It's quite fine. I wouldn't say delicious, but I enjoy sipping some kind of beverage that's not water. So tea will work. Maybe he's not on beta 3. Really? You mean the beta I updated to today? Let me check. Let me see your software, general, software updates. Up to date, 11.1. Don't know what to tell you. Any chances for one vid chats or chat rooms? One-on-one vid chat, I think, is an option at one of the patron levels. Nobody uses it necessarily, but chat rooms, yes. You are welcome to join Discord 24/7. Head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Become a sub, potentially for free if you're interested, or if you're so inclined, if you have your Amazon Prime account connected to your Twitch account. Or you can just be a sub outright, $5 a month, and get access to Discord chat. Plenty of people here, even when we're not doing live videos. It's a great conversation. It feels nice to have this chat room again. It really does. I really appreciate everybody in the chat room. We've only had maybe 1 or 2 issues, but everybody here is pretty neat. Oh, Zach apparently just joined Discord? Cool. Is that cool? I like when people join during the live feed. It's really fun. And then, of course, patrons, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo can also join. I enjoy having them here because I don't necessarily need to go live in order to have a community of people that is interested in the stuff that we're doing. So, like, before I published the video or made it public in the other channel, we just threw them the link. I'm like, hey, check it out. It's going to go live here pretty soon. So they got some sneak peeks. Patrons and subs get sneak peeks and behind the scenes and all that stuff. It's kind of neat. I think it's kind of neat. But, everybody's got a different perspective. Everybody's got a different want from me. But speaking of wants, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them, whether in Discord chat or regular chat. Diogo Ferreira? What F? Diogo F. What do you think about the future of Nintendo Switch? I have one. I think it's perfect for me because I don't have much time to play at home. I think it's interesting. It's definitely not for me. I feel that it's perfect for a certain set of people that see what you can do with it. Obviously, take it on the go. In the games that are available, unique to Nintendo and their IP. The future, I think, is wide open. But I think for consoles, it's going to be more and more difficult for them to, I think, generate money over time because some of those gaming experiences have been taken over by mobile gaming experiences, like, an Android device or an iOS device, or even a set-top box type of device. Like, well, maybe a Chromecast isn't a good example, but even the TV OS on an Apple TV. Those games, they're casual, they're not hardcore, but, I got to tell you, they kind of work, well enough. So C Somal 96 says, when your Pixel arriving? I don't know. Like, I know I got charged for the cases, so I'm hoping that tomorrow. Allegedly it'll be tomorrow. So I'm gonna be like at midnight, like I'm gonna be calling Google. Yes, Google. That's how I call people, like this. In case you didn't know, Google. I'm used to my walkie-talkie from over the weekend at Galax-r. Google. And then Google goes, yeah. You have to say over. I don't know. It theoretically will be here before the week's end. Oh, man, that's going to be a groovy day. It's going to be a fun day. Fun day, counting down the minutes. So excited. I'm excited. I can't wait. I just want a good experience. That's all. Is that too much to ask for? Yeah. Apparently from Apple it may be. Fucho the Clown gave a super chat. Thank you. I can only say his name regularly in the Twitch broadcasts. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a podcast recording today because of my head. That may get skipped. I also did not upload a podcast yesterday. because I was busy. I was basically taking care of special interest groups, 70 vendors, and of course the attendees. Luckily, I had some great volunteers. I owe them a really nice dinner. And Slav even recommended a place, so I think we'll be going there soon. But Fucho the Clown says, "Here's to the Pixel Fund." Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Bottoms up. Mm-hmm. Or I can take off my shirt, tops down, and then bottoms up. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. Probably is. But I'm full of bad ideas. Really, really bad ideas, man. CamiCat86 asks in Discord chat, what do you think of Galaxy's Edge and Star Wars Hotel at Disney? I've heard Galaxy's Edge, isn't that the VR experience? I'd love to try it. I'd really be interested in trying that. I'm not going to pay for anything outright to own something here, but I'm interested. The Star Wars Hotel, oh yeah, but apparently you need to be rich. Ain't for people like me. I'm the kind of guy that's like a coupon clipper. Unless I get lucky and can land a night or two there, it's not going to happen. And maybe we will get lucky. Maybe I'll be able to do something with my MCN, Disney Digital. But we'll see. I'm hopeful that I will have an opportunity to stay there. But I'm not, absolutely not, going to hold my breath. I did have a chance to do the cruise. You might remember last year when I got sick. Everything's fine. Like a day before, we were set to fly to Florida to go on the Disney cruise, the Star Wars Day at Sea or whatever. I got sick. I did the video. I'm like I don't want to exacerbate the problem with the Eustachian tubes and flying. And I'm like, so we sat it out. Couldn't do it. SkyCop70 says, just donated to the Pixel Palooza Fund. Thank you, sir. Go.tagjag.com/device fund is where everybody gets redirected there. Come on, people. We're getting so much money that the iPhone 10 review is coming. You really are pushing, man. You're pushing. Hey, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it. But you see what I'm saying, though? It's like, well, you should not review the iPhone 10 because we want you to. I'm like, I'm not going to spend the money. I don't even want to have you spend your money. But if you want it, go for it. The iOS is not for me anymore, I don't think. Emmanuel Acosta says, what if your Pixel gets here tomorrow? That will be awesome. Thank you for the super chat, Emmanuel Acosta, as well as SkyCop70. If it shows up, then I will be insanely happy. Like, I'm just... What? That's now? That's what I would say. Probably. It would probably be with a lot more expletives. A sports nerd, which, see, sports fans do like me, even though I don't like sports, says, crowdfund the Star Wars Hotel. I don't think that's going to happen either. I love y'all, and I know you appreciate some of the stuff I do, but come on, that's a little far. I don't know if anybody else has gotten their Pixels yet. I've seen different leaks of like videos out there, and of course there were review units sent. But I haven't heard any wild, we got it way ahead of times. Speaking of, I pulled up this box earlier when I was showing off the white or red balance. I've been meaning to unbox this. I apologize, but I'm not really apologizing. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, Nickoi Channel says in chat, some folks are getting their Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL tomorrow? Wow. That would make me very, very happy. Like, insanely happy. This was the Target exclusive Imperial AT-ACT driver. I've been waiting to unbox. It's been sitting on the desk forever. I've just been busy. I've been busy doing videos for y'all. Corey Moore asks in regular chat, Corey, I thought you were in Discord. He says, do you still use TV? I do. And I like it. TV's about the best app that I found. It's on iOS. Haven't seen it for Android, but I haven't looked for Android. It's basically an application that'll tell you, like, 10-minute warning or 15-minute warning when your favorite show's about to come on. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just love that design ethos. Oh, look at the back there. Awesome. What took me so long to open you? I don't know. I think I pretty much had him almost since they released him a long time ago, right at the beginning of Rogue One. Let's make that a little straighter. Like that. Love my figures. Don't ever stand in my way. Don't ever stand in between my figures and me. Ever. Ever. You got a little sad to not have the hot new Google phone anymore. You know what? It's all hot. You don't feel like you have to keep up with everything. CC Moore 74 says, "What color pixels did you get?" I've always liked black, but the black-white one is pretty awesome. Yeah, the Stormtrooper one, right? You know, or the AT-ACT driver one. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Panda." I'm like, no. It is an Imperial Stormtrooper model, obviously. Do they put pandas in the camera app? No, they put Star Wars in the camera app. Why? Because Star Wars is awesome. And the only way to get Star Wars AR on the phone out of the box is with a Google Pixel 2. Just saying. I'm just saying, man. I think you can get Pixel 2 from Verizon now. That's possible. According to TV, the season premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in 32 days. Shut up. Hang on. Must confirm. Opening TV. Where is it? I have too many apps. Alright, I have too many apps. Star Wars Rebels, new ones in 7 days. There's 46 days for me. 46 days. December 1st. Season 5. Can't wait. Woo! It's going to be an awesome few months, I think. I feel, for this kind of stuff. For being able to geek out over this type of stuff. KemiCat86 asks in Discord chat, have you seen the show The Orville? Yes. You may have missed that little note. I'm keeping up on it. I love it. Some people say it's derivative of Star Trek. I like it. It's unique. It's fun. It's serious. It's silly. It's a good show. I enjoy it. I really do. It scratches that itch for sci-fi for me. What do we have here? Daniel Montoya says, so when are you hosting at Tech TV again? Hashtag or / sarcasm or smile. Just wanted to say I enjoy all your work. Thanks for everything. This is pretty much Tech TV. You can become a part of the Tech TV if you want. This is tech, and this is a TV kind of, in a way. Isn't a computer a TV-ish? I mean, what is a TV now? A TV is a computer. That's for sure. What do we got here? Oh, I got a notification. That is all about exclusives. Phones get locked into carriers for exclusives and they pay big money. I think it's a not a good idea, especially for good phones that get locked into certain experiences, because consumers, I think, need more of a choice when it comes to the marketplace of devices. You know, you should be able to just go anywhere, use anything on, whatever, because that, I think, would provide more true competition than what we have at this point. Wrapped Corn asks, have you ever thought of putting a skin on the back of your iPhone 8 Plus? I have not. I don't know. I mean, there's skin. You named the skin type, but I use a case outright, the inductive charging case. Don't need to, but I've been using it since the 7, and it's durable, and it's got the battery built in, plus the extra batteries you can slap on. Although I think I left some in my my event vest downstairs, so I need to make sure I pull those out before I forget for too much longer, because I'm only at 93% battery life right now on this phone, and I'm going to be going to bed soon. So you gotta make sure you got enough juice to be able to read your Twitters and your socials. If I do, I think tonight it's pretty much going to be relaxing. I'm not going to be reading too much more, if only because, like I said, I've kind of had this light headache. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend, even for a Monday. CSamal96 asks, did you get and this is again in Discord chat, did you get a Mophie for the Pixel? I did not. I have been in touch with Mophie to let them know, and I assume when they ship one for the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL, I would get one for review. Very happy about that. They do good cases. I've been using them for as long as I can remember, and I'm kind of finicky when it comes to finding a good case. Looking for the things that I know I would appreciate. A clean design, something that doesn't get in the way. Sure, it may add a little bit of bulk, especially with a bigger battery, but there's always going to be trade-offs. Do I want to have a slimmer phone that doesn't last as long, or do I want a fatter phone that lasts a little longer? And I think I would take a fatter phone that lasts a little longer. And I think I'm not the only one. I think people have said that for years. Like, stop giving us thinner phones. Give us better batteries. That's what I'm saying. Emmanuel Acosta comes in with another super chat. Says, what are your thoughts on quote-unquote apps? Do you prefer something like web-based, like Chrome OS without the app? I feel apps gets lost on your phone. Well, Chrome OS has apps. I mean, it's all through the Chrome Web Store. And now you'll be able to do, use Android apps on certain Chromebook or Chrome OS experiences. I can't wait to try that for sure. But in terms of apps, I guess, if I went through my usage model, I know I don't use nearly half of the apps that I have on my phone. In fact, over the year, I'll usually get rid of old apps. Like, okay, don't use that anymore. I can wait. Like old games that just I haven't played, I haven't touched, even after downloading it. I thought I wanted to keep it and use it, and like, nah. I feel that even more so on Android, I want to have fewer apps, if only because the app drawer could get pretty overwhelming with all of those apps. I mean, granted, you've got the search feature, and I've used that before when I know what it is that I am looking for outright. But the aspect of apps I think are valuable, but I know that a lot of people don't use the apps they download, even after they download them. It's a problem for the app developers because they don't want you to just leave the icon on your screen. They want you to use it on a regular basis. Daily active users is a measurement, DAU. It's a big deal, and I think app developers have to do more to make their app sticky, or creating a compelling experience such that you're going to want to use the app. Depends on what it is that you're using it on or for. But yeah, it's a fairly good question. Outright. Sports Nerd comes in again and says, "Are screen protectors pointless? Aren't phone screens so tough at this point that a screen protector is silly?" No, I'd be inclined to tell you yes. I went without a screen protector on the iPhone 7 Plus for the longest time, and then like 2 weeks before the iPhone 8 launched, I basically had a crack, a hairline a fracture, and ended up putting a screen protector on it for Diana to use. I just wound up putting a screen protector on the iPhone 8 Plus, just in case. It really doesn't get in the way, and it's that much more safe if I drop it. I have dropped it. I feel better about dropping it with a protector on it. It doesn't feel any different. Screen protectors have gotten amazingly good over the years. They used to be really bad, but these days I think they're just fine outright. I have no problem. Chai L95 in Discord chat asks, "Will you be doing a Pixel 2 instructions reading?" I could, if you're interested. I do that because I'm being silly. I'm having fun. And when I have fun, I do silly things. I think we all do, though. I can't be the only one. Emmanuel Acosta clarifies and says, like an all-in-one browser. I don't think the web can do everything. Not yet, certainly. But there are times that I will absolutely not download an app because I know I can do something on a web page. Facebook's an exception to that rule. The native Facebook app does perform better, and it does a few other things better than the web-based app, for sure. Oh, I totally missed the comment before. Give me a second. Brian Sinclair asks, "My question is this. Is there any way for you to relate your vast amount of issues with Apple? I am thinking with your experience, and you would think they would be interested in what you have found out. I'd hope you'd be fast-tracked to someone. I personally use 7 Plus and have not had problems. However, I'm a regular user and not looking for anything particular." Oh, that's interesting. So it must have been just a random comment on YouTube that I'm responding to. But yeah, my belief is that people inside Apple do know that I've complained. I didn't think I was fast-tracked or anything, but it's something that I wish they would pay attention to. I wish they would not throw the baby out with the bathwater. If they don't like how I present my findings, I'm not going to apologize. It's just now getting to the point where people still every day, you look at my mentions, people every day are tweeting me iOS slop. It's like, no, I can't really, I'm moving on because I'm like, I've talked about it, we've shared it. I can't just keep sharing, unless there's like an egregious one, then I laugh and I can say something funny about it. This is well documented stuff. Whether or not the bugs get fixed, is anybody's guess. I can't say that even in running the latest beta, in terms of, what I perceive outright as something that may have changed, it's not any better and it's not any worse. It's the same, in terms of its performance over the iOS 11 final version. I say run the beta. If you're asking for a recommendation, but with the caveat, if it's on a production system, you never know what's going to happen. I haven't had any more snags with the iOS 11.1 beta 3 or 2 or 1 than I did with iOS 11. So they say it's beta in name, so certain things are not fully fleshed out. But honestly, that's I've been using it. It's been generally okay. Amazing? Not so much. Country Girl asks, are you a big game player on the Nintendo Wii or the Xbox One? My kids are happy. Love y'all's vlogs. Or your kids are, and I assume your kids are happy too. No, I don't have a Nintendo Wii anymore. We don't really play on the Xbox One as much. I just got Jedi at Galax-r, the Space Invaders little handheld, quote-unquote, coin-op arcade game thing. Just to kind of encourage her, pick it up, put it down, using the little joystick thing. Nice for small hands. It was kind of an impulse buy. I was also kind of, as I was walking through Galax-r, spending more money on the vendors so that, they ended up getting a higher return on their investment. I definitely did that the first time around. This time around, everyone kind of shut down well ahead of time before I could get to them. But no, I don't necessarily play a lot. The next time I may be playing is going to be with the Star Wars Radar YouTube channel, specifically around the release of Battlefront 2 later this year. Speaking of Battlefront 2, I got a confirmation that my Battlefront 2 exclusive figures are shipping. They'll be here in... I don't know if I'm more excited for these or the Pixels. Hang on, give me a second. 4 days. 4 more days. I will have the Black Series Inferno Squadron figures. I will unbox. We'll unbox them for sure. Probably on. Probably here. Yeah, I'll probably unbox them here during a live TLDR broadcast. So, yay. Brian Pestricella. Boy, I'm not slaughtering your name. I'm getting through it. Asks, hey Chris, do you have any pointers on how to get sponsored and how to get stuff to demo like you do? You gotta do a lot, man. I mean, you know how many videos I go through to not get sponsored? Like, I do these videos. In many ways, your super chats, when y'all super chat, you're sponsoring me. When you do, seriously, you're sponsoring this video. When you do super chats, you're sponsoring the video if you have YouTube Red and you're watching these long live videos. You're supporting me by being a patron. You're sponsoring me by being a patron. You're sponsoring me by being a sub of mine on Twitch. So there's no shortage of sponsors. But in terms of finding bigger ones, sometimes you got to luck into it. Sometimes you got to do a lot, to get those opportunities. So, I gotta do this video and that video and this video. A month could go by and nothing happens. 2 months could go by and nothing happens. 3 months. But that doesn't mean you just stop publishing. You just got to keep going. You keep going. You keep going. I do have a potential sponsored video to be published tomorrow in the Chris Pirillo channel. I mentioned it in the video and it's flagged as thing. I can't talk about what yet, but it was pretty fun to do. Just a straight up video, me sitting here and talking head and everything. But just trust me, it's good. I feel it's solid. Even Liz kind of liked it. I was having fun with it. You'll understand why when you see it. I have a rare first look. Apparently what I had a chance to do, not a lot of people have had a chance to do yet. Too many lol. And you're not doing bad with the last name. Oh, this is Ryan Pestricella. Dan Nagura in chat says iOS 11 Beta 3 has fixed a lot of the sluggishness. Really? You seeing that? I'm not seeing that. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Where? Because I still see the same frame drop, bad scroll. I don't know, dude. I guess it's okay, but not any better or any worse. I can't be not looking at the right thing. Oh my god, hang on. I think I just got some good news. Oh my god. Guys, we may be able to move... Okay, we may be able to move from GoFundMe. And we will stay with GoFundMe for the device fund. But I just heard back from a developer who has... They have a website that basically would do kind of what I would want to do. And then you could directly fund the device that you would want to get for me. So not just one, but like any of the devices on my wish list. I'll make a page, like a profile page, of all the devices that you may want me to look at, and you can just go plink, 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 plink. So the developer, the website, the CEO, I asked him if I could do like a custom site. And they said, yeah, we could possibly work on it. So, wow, I'm kind of excited. We may actually have like a device, a sub-site, like a dedicated site for an ongoing, basically, sponsorship of the devices for y'all to, like, sponsor the devices. That's so cool. I'm so happy to hear that. The GoFundMe thing works. I mean, it's fine, but it's not perfect. And I think this would be more perfect. Yeah, iPhone 10. Yeah. I know it's coming. It's coming. I just want to get the Pixels first. Please, let me get the Pixels. So, oh my God, if the iPhone 10 gets funded before the Pixels, I will... I don't know what I'll do. I can't promise anything. Emmanuel Acosta, but stay tuned. That's what I'm saying. How do we sponsor you with YouTube Red? Emmanuel Acosta asks. Well, YouTube Red takes a balance of what you watch over the course of a month. And so effectively you pay $10. That money is divided between all of the people that you watch. So instead of watching the ads for the videos, you're effectively using some of your YouTube Red money. So you basically max out. Like, there's no way I'd make $10 from you on YouTube Red in any given month, because it would be split up between all the videos you watch. So effectively, why do I keep hearing things? I know it's my chair that's squeaking, but I keep hearing something else. Anyway, so that's how you're effectively sponsoring me, because you're not necessarily doing a super chat like you've done amazingly tonight, Emmanuel Acosta, but you've already basically bought into the YouTube Red service, and you're not effectively you're leaning on ad revenue. It's in terms of watching ads on any given video. So it's just a more automated way of sponsoring. Is it the best way? Probably not. Super chat, I will tell you, is probably one of the best ways to do it. The device fund may work as well, but that's why I say join the chat room too if you do a super chat once or twice, because that's for ongoing subs and the ongoing patrons. So it's pretty nice to be able to have that as an option for interactivity with the community. But that's just that's to clarify what it is. So wait, did Discord? Is Discord locked up? Or is it really... I have to ask, because I haven't seen any activity back there for the past 10 minutes or so. Let me check. Oh, man. No. I guess not. Wait. Oh, I see. You just repeated your comment. Got it. Okay. Y'all were throwing me off, man. Y'all were, throwing me off. Today I saw my professor using an iPhone 3GS, lol, on Discord. Because I kept turning around, I keep seeing the same comment. Because you have to repeat yourself, because sometimes it scrolls off the screen. I need a bigger screen. I can't zoom in any more than I have, though, because then you won't be able to read the font on the screen. No, don't apologize. I was just like, why is it not moving? Did I break it? I dropped it too many times. That's why it's broken. Speaking of broken, I'm going to wrap up. I think I'm going to skip the podcast tonight, but, if you want, head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Follow me there to be notified when I do the podcast again. You can also take the time to become a sub of mine on Twitch, potentially for free, if you have your account connected, your Amazon Prime account connected to your Twitch account, and then wait for about an hour for your for access to the Chris Pirillo Cantina here in Discord. There's no announcement. There's no invitation. You just automatically get access in your Discord account. Again, as long as Discord is connected to your Twitch account too. And then, of course, head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo, become a patron. Get this unique podcast audio feed with squeaky chair but no buzzing light anymore. And, of course, both subs and patrons get access to the 24/7 chat room. I'm very, very happy to have this little community here, to be able to have you tune in live during these broadcasts. I couldn't do this without you, and I'm serious, absolutely serious. Very excited that this is Pixel Week. Expect more Pixel talk this week. Nothing but the Pixels. In fact, I've been struggling to what was I going to do today? And I threw the idea out to chat, and Liz came up with some ideas, and so I went with what was your first Android device and recorded that on the LG V30. Watch that video after this one if you haven't already in the YouTube channel. But by the way, before you leave, click the thumbs up button right there. It looks like this right here, but it's down there. And then turn on notifications. I assume you've subscribed, but turn on notifications by tickling that bell with your finger. That's what you have to. You have to actually, you physically have to tickle it. Otherwise, it won't work. This is what they said. The infamous they. I am going to enjoy some laying down watching Rebels Season 4 opener again juice. We don't really drink juice around here. That's just it's liquid sugar. It's not good. Not good. Not as good as gold. Gold is best. Best. We like gold. Gold is best. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you, and 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 if I scroll up, you and you, 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 y'all, to your own devices, and may the force be with you.